Hi everyone. We meet again for another lesson on the novel Sing to the Dawn by Ming Fong Ho. The focus of our lesson today is on the important events in the novel. This is a continuation from my previous lesson on the same novel. I hope the notes and the explanation that I will give you in this video will help you to understand the novel better and help you to answer the questions well. In the novel Sing to the Dawn, there are many important events that take place throughout the novel. One of the most important events is this, Event 1, after Dawan was declared the winner of the scholarship. Now this happens in two settings. The first is at the school, where Dawan became the center of attraction of her classmates once her teacher announced that she was the winner of the scholarship. Okay, this happens at the end of chapter 2 going into chapter 3. Now after the announcement, Dawan could not see her brother Kwai anywhere around and she was concerned. So Dawan went looking for him and she could sense that Kwai was not happy with the result. Following this, when she went home, Dawan told her father about the scholarship. Now father was not at all happy with it. Father was in fact upset that Kwai, her brother, did not win the scholarship. And her father was angry that Dawan has taken her brother's chance away. In this scenario, the only person who supported Dawan was the grandmother, who congratulated Dawan, but mother, on the other hand, did not want grandmother to recognize Dawan's success. This was probably because Dawan's mother thought that her father will never let Dawan go to the city. Now this is an important event because this is the turning point in Dawan's life. After this, you can see a lot of changes happen to Dawan. And we can also see how Dawan struggles to pursue her dreams. Now, the second event is when Dawan went to Noi's house. The purpose of going to Noi's house was to get the support to convince her father to allow her to go to the city. Noi is Dawan's cousin, and she described the city as ugly and cruel. Gan, Noi's husband, also described how unfair it was for the men and women who had to sweat and slave themselves in the city, yet never get to enjoy what they produce. Both husband and wife didn't have anything good to say about the city. Noi further described how bad the city was for the children and young women. The children sold cigarettes and candies at the cinemas. Others sold newspapers on the busy road. Noi even imagined that Dawan could sell jasmine garlands in some side alley. She even described how young women from the village became prostitutes. Now, despite all these negative responses, Dawan says she still wants to see the city for herself. The next event is event 3 at the marketplace. Now, after returning from Noi and Gan's house, Dawan decides to go to the temple to see the head monk. Now, she was at the marketplace to buy a lotus flower for the temple. A flower girl, Bao, offered her the flower for 10 cents. When Dawan told the girl of her mission to meet the head monk, she gave the lotus flower for free to Dawan. Bao remembered learning about Dawan as the girl who had won the scholarship to study in the city. She wondered how Dawan could be so intelligent. Dawan told Bao how she was given the chance to study when her brother helped talk their father into letting her study years ago. Bao then complained how she wished her brother, Wei Chai, could be that special and how her own brother only thinks of himself and even fighting her just to get what he wants. Dawan wondered if all brothers are like that, as she tells of how Kwai wants to take away her chance of going to the city so he could go instead of her. Bao then suggested that Dawan free a bird to get more merits before meeting the head monk, but unfortunately Dawan did not have enough money to do so. The next event is event 4 at the temple. Now this takes place after Dawan buys the flower at the market. Now when she arrives at the temple, the monks were leaving the temple and Dawan rushed up after the head monk. Dawan told the monk that she wants to see him and she will be waiting for him in the courtyard. Dawan was surprised to learn that the monk knew about her and her brother Kwai's academic excellence. Here, the monk told Dawan that she could learn a lot of things in the temple too, and there was no need for her to go to the city. He did not agree with Dawan about going to city to learn. The monk told Dawan about the teaching of Buddha, about not hanging too much to worldly pleasures and material dependence. Dawan was very frustrated and even accused the monk of not supporting her because she was a girl. And she runs away in anger after this confrontation. Event 5 is the conflict at the marketplace. Bao saw Dawan after Dawan had left the temple and tries to comfort her. She advised Dawan not to be frustrated and not to give up. In fact, she told Dawan she has to push herself forward and struggle so as to be equal with the boys. Bao also lets Dawan free a pigeon and to learn something from it. All of a sudden, Bao asked Dawan to hide because Wichai, her brother, is coming and they had let a bird out for free. Now, Wichai's brother was angry when he discovered Bao was short of money and slapped her. Kwai saw the incident and ran over to the scene and tried to help Bao, but she provoked him by saying that he has given her false help. Bao's provocation made Kwai angry and he clutched his fist to hit Bao. In this instant, Dawan tried to help Bao, but Kwai pushed her aside and Dawan was hurt in the process. Kwai tried to wipe his sister's ankle which was wounded, but Dawan kept screaming and calling him a liar and a bully. She accused Kwai of trying to steal her chance. Her cousin Noi came and helped her and advised her not to get in the way of men. Noi told Dawan that it would be very hurtful to get in the way of men. After this, Bao gave Dawan an umbrella and Dawan walked home in the rain. Event 6. In the storm. While walking home, Dawan reached the river. She thought of sitting on the bridge for a while. She saw her brother Kwai already sitting at the bridge and asked him what he was doing there. Kwai told her he was reflecting on what had happened at the market and about what she had said to him. Kwai asked if Dawan really meant what she said. Now Dawan said that she meant it then, but she was hurt and angry. Kwai rationalized that it made sense. How can he say that he wants to study more and help people when he has robbed his own sister of the chance to study? So after this, Dawan asked Kwai to go home and not be in the rain. But Kwai wanted to stay and think about the whole matter. Dawan then gave Kwai an umbrella and hobbled home. This made Kwai think about his sister and he made a decision. Event 7 is the confrontation with father. Father was very angry with Kwai as he had found out that Kwai was second in his class and had not told him. Kwai told his father that he should not take his sister's chance. Father asserted that if Kwai does not go, he will not let Dawan go too. Kwai then replied, if father does not let Dawan go, he will not go either, and so the scholarship will go to the third boy, Takchit. Kwai tried to reason with his father that he does not want his sister to give up her opportunity to him. Father was very angry with the answer. Kwai told his father that he was not trying to spite him, but to show him that he does not want his sister to give up her chance for him. Father then stressed to Dawan, there is no use for a girl to have a fancy education and there is not much a girl can do to help their people. Dawan protested this idea, saying that their father had never given her a chance to do so. She wanted a father to share in her dreams. Father at last agreed to let Dawan go to school and go to the city to study, and this made her very happy. Only then did Dawan realize that Kwai was shedding tears of sadness. Event 8. The Leaving. Dawan had mixed feelings about leaving for the city. She will miss her friends, her brother Kwai, and the environment of the village. She met her grandmother and told her that she was afraid to leave. Her grandmother told her that she has a long life ahead of her and the leaving was just the first step. Grandmother also gave Dawan a small jar filled with rainwater and a lotus bud. She told Dawan to hold on to the lotus carefully and watch it unfold during the long bus journey. The lotus bud symbolizes Dawan, who is fragile, small, and timid. The good water and strong sunlight will unfold petal by petal like Dawan will unfold too. Grandmother told Dawan that life is an endless unfolding. After this, Dawan went to the waiting bus, but she was looking for Kwai. She thought Kwai was still angry with her. She wondered if fighting with Kwai about going to the city had been worthwhile. As the bus passed near the river where they used to play, Dawan heard Kwai singing on the bridge. Kwai was standing with his arms thrown back in a gesture meant to embrace her and to send her off. As the bus left the village, Dawan noticed the first few petals of the flower had already begun to unfold. Okay, we have looked at the important events in the novel Sing to the Dawn. I hope you can recall the events and relate it to the characters, especially the main character Dawan. Here I have given you a practice question. We must have the courage to do the right thing. Based on the novel that you have read, provide incidents from the novel that support this statement. So the key word here is incident, or in other words, events. You must be able to recall the incidents in the novel that support the courage to do the right thing. So I hope you will try this question and gain more confidence in answering the SPM questions later. Thank you for watching, and I hope the notes and the guidance that I've given you in this video will help you to understand the novel better and help you to answer the questions well. So please do like, share and subscribe to my videos, and I will see you in another lesson. Thank you. Thank you for watching. See you in another lesson. Bye.